Well, I'm here after a bit of a trek. That red thing you can see in the distance is the skip where I park my bike. Hope it's still there when I get back. I've just been looking at some of these old graves. Well, I say old, I presume they might be ancient, but they only last a certain while before they crumble. They're all from the early 1839, 1863. See, like that, they just break up, don't they? John Phillips, 1865. Well, my house was built in 1855, so they're not ancient, they're just mid-Victorian or early Victorian. Lots of them are broken. That could be potentially ancient, couldn't it? That's rabbit dropping, must be full of rabbits at night running about. Oh, that looks like an old one. (1803), not that ancient really. So yeah, this is Bolton Abbey. I was reading that sign, I'll go back to it in a minute. Let's just have a look at the river view. There's an ice cream thingy there. Must have some kind of refreshment. 1907, 1830. Stepping stones across the river, but is there access back across further up? Yeah, bring your dogs. Don't forget to pick up the crap. Well, let's have a look around the abbey. Maybe it's a good thing to wear a crash helmet, because that sign warns of the structural instability of the place. Let's have a read of it. You can imagine, can't you? Bits dropping off with erosion. Presumably, like everything else in this country, after Henry VIII he just fell out with the Catholic Church due to his divorce and went round trashing them with his army. Bolton Priory, can you read that? Bolton Priory, one of the most beautiful of English religious houses, founded by the charter of Alice de Romilly, MC in 1135 and moved to Bolton in 1154. Augustinian friars were known as the Black Canons. Poverty, obedience and chastity. That's me. Church was dismantled in 1539. The doorway to the nave is an outstanding example of early English architecture, circa 1220. And the fragments of glass date from the 14th century. Wow. The owners do not guarantee the stability of the ruins, and visitors are advised to proceed with caution. I'll keep my helmet on then. So where's the nave then? I'll have a look round. Any cracking noises, I'll run. dates carved into the rocks, MHDC. $1920 something. It's modern. I think I'll have to go back to them tea rooms for my pound change. I might not bother. Although I do need a meal and ice cream's no good. Similar to Whalley Abbey, isn't it? Well, Whalley Abbey is mainly ground level crumbled ruins, but at least this is more of a structure. Nave, where's a nave then? Look at that, people carving their bloody names on. Entrance. Very ruins. So what is the nave? Sorry Albert, I'm in your photograph. Is that the ancient stained glass? That's more information. I think when they did get demolished in the 1500s, locals had pinched the stone for constructing their farm buildings and things. Yeah, nave, where's the nave then? Nave. Am I here? Nave's over there then. Around this corner. And a pointy thing on top, yes. Nave. Oh, so that's what it was originally like then. Is it? Well, let's see if we can find this 1220 nave. I always like to see human figures carved, ancient ones. I like to see dates, but haven't seen any yet. And the shields are worn away, being sandstone. Is that the nave? What on earth are they dumping old tyres there for? Or are they used for something? Cut in half and used for buffers, I don't know. Can't be fly chipping, hopefully, round here. Maybe they're off maintenance vehicles. Not lost anything, have I? No. $18.16. Should I ask this lady if it's alright to film? She'll wonder what I'm doing with my helmet on. So is that the nave? Anyone know? Looks sort of 1220s, doesn't it? Oh, some carved writing there. Looks a bit modern, that writing. I don't think she was a guide. All the graffiti there. Hello, it mentioned the nave 1220. Is that this old doorway here around the corner? It said the nave circa 1220 on the information board. Which is the nave?
Straight down here.
Oh, on the map it looked like it was to the left round here, and there's an old doorway and it said circa 1220. Right. Oh, I see. Okay, thank you very much. He's gone. Must have been a ghost. Well, like I keep saying, the insides don't give any impression of age, do they? Oh, look at the stained glass. Isn't that lovely? How old is that? But churches, you know, they all look alike, and a modern one looks the same as an ancient one. Too dark to film. Well. Well, the background there is where I started from, that graveyard, so I think that's it. So, I think I'll head for an ice cream. I think that, when it said the nave, 1220, I think that must be it. This. I think instead of tires, they put a sign up. Like, instead of saying, please leave clear, say, this is the nave, circa 1220. For us history buffs, not that I'm an expert, I just like, look at that cast iron hinge. That's lovely. How old's that? It could be made last week, you never know. Nice, isn't it? So not been an entirely wasted journey. I think I'll get an ice cream and then walk back to them tea rooms, or rather jump back on my bike and go back to the tea room and see this Joanne and say, have you got me pound? Yeah, so that was Bolton Abbey, and as I said before, that cricketer, what's he called with the black hair, big bloke with black hair? Truman, Fred Truman. Yeah, well, his daughter married Raquel Welch's son, or vice versa. And the lovely Raquel was here. Whether they're still together, I don't know. What are you wearing a crash helmet for? Well, it says beware of falling stones, although I don't think a crash helmet would help. 1836, no, they're all modern, aren't they? Some old churches have gravestones from 1500s and 1600s inside, and they're very well preserved, because the weather hasn't got to them. Memorial stones. Nice, isn't it? Lovely landscaping and scenery. Look at that, talk about erosion into the river. Fenced off, and it can't get down there. Oh, little gate. Gate to ye ice cream thingy. Mini caravan. I brought a spare battery and my stills camera. Your dog can scare or harm fine animals. Keep it on a lead, but let it go if chased by cattle. See what's that? Remains of an ancient gatehouse. Or is that where they crept into the crypt for, no, I won't see it. I'm walking here to turn around and get another perspective, another view. Yeah, carved gates would help, wouldn't they? Pity. Although we're being so holy, they wouldn't think of actually carving date stones all over. They were just concentrating on living their life. Oh, that's nice, isn't it? There should be something else on that hill. In fact, that should have been built on the hill. That'd be a challenge for him. Go and get some fresh water from the river. Shush, you're meant to be on a vow of silence. Never mind that. I want some water. Carry it up on your back in a big urn. Up to the top of the hill. Yeah, presumably there'll be a sewage pipe, an old sewage pipe leading down to the river. And then they get the water supply from slightly more uphill. I've not got a fixation for toilets, you know, but there was once a TV show on, was it Blue Peter or something, and they found some Roman sewers. And they were full of this sludge, and they're walking through with wellies on. And she picked this sludge up. Is this, yes, that is Roman waste. I thought, what, is it not, how can it still be mushy? It can't not have dried out after 2,000 years, surely. Yeah, is it deep here? A warning sign and a life belt. It's the cold, isn't it? The cold freezes you up. That's what causes people. 2 lads near Manchester on the news last night have drowned. got into difficulties. I think it's so cold it just seizes your body up. Oh, they're just rocks, aren't you? I thought it was soil. Well, some of it is soil falling down into the river. Danger, this pool is dangerous. Deep pool, strong current, submerged rocks. No diving, jumping or swimming. Should I say it? I have a fascination with finding buried treasure, like that 1562 sixpence that one of my viewers found, allegedly at the Written Stone, 1665, that I visited and filmed near Longridge. So I get a metal detector here. Would you find anything from swords or coins or jewellery or rings? You know what I mean? Has it been done to death with metal detectors? I subscribe to a channel, a girl that does mudlarking, and she's always finding all sorts. Not necessarily valuable, but certainly back into the 17th, well, 1700s and 1800s. What a jump in. I think it'd be a coracle. In them days you had sort of woven wicker with tar on to waterproof it, like a walnut shell type of boat. Do a bit of fishing on. Coracle. Paddle across the river, 2 groats, return. A groat was 4pence, wasn't it? Sorry, I'll knock it off, I'm waffling due to a need for ice cream. I think I'll end the walk about here. It's long enough. What's that, about 25 minutes, I'm guessing. And looks like I'm walking back the same way, because if I go that way I might end up stranded on the other side. I wonder if there's a bridge across where the tea rooms are. Does it say? What's that sign say? Borden Bridge, 3.5 mile. Footpath stories, 1/4 mile. The Dales Way. An old weir. How old is this bridge, I wonder? Overgrown with slippy weeds. I'll knock it off, get an ice cream. Bye for now. I'll end it. Oh, stepping stones. No, I'm not tempted to go across, or should I? If I'm concentrating on filming and not looking down, I'd end up falling in. Not it'd be very deep, but I don't want soggy feet on the way home. Bye for now.